Hello everyone. Today we are here with a new topic and the name of the topic is subject verb agreement. So let us start. First of all, what is subject? Let us see. Subject is the doer of the action, or in other words when you say that whoever is performing the action is known as the subject of that sentence. Now, what do you understand by subject and verb agreement? Subject and verb agreement means matching the correct form of the verb with the subject. So it is very important to match the correct form of the verb with the subject. If we do not do so, what will happen is that the sentence will not be proper and it will not be correct. So it is very important to match the correct form of the verb with the subject. Now, singular subjects take the singular form of the verb, whereas plural subjects take the plural form of the verb. So, we have to match the subject as well as the verb according to this situation only. Singular form of the verb with singular subjects, whereas plural subjects with the plural form of the verb. For example, the boy walks home from school. The boy is a singular subject, whereas walks is the singular form of the verb. That is why this combination, this matching of subject as well as the verb is the correct sentence. Whereas when we say the boy walked home from school, this sentence will be incorrect because the proper matching of verb and subject has not been done here. That is why the sentence is incorrect. When we come to the plural subjects, for example, the girls here is the plural subject and play is a plural form of verb. The girls play hockey and basketball. So this is correct sentence. But when we say the girls plays hockey and basketball, the sentence will be incorrect because the plural subject will take only plural form of the verb. That will not be singular form of the verb. Students, don't confuse here that play is without s and play is with s. So plays will be plural. Okay, but it is not so with the verbs. Play is plural form of the verb, whereas plays is the singular or the base form of the verb. So we have to keep this in notice. Now, coming to the exceptions, what are the exceptions to this rule? The pronouns I and you are exceptions to this rule. Though these pronouns indicate a singular subject, they take plural subjects. So, I and you are singular subjects. But whenever we will use that in a sentence, we will use plural verbs with I and you, though it is singular subject. Now, for example, I come to school by metro. Here we will not write comes. We are going to write here come. I come to school by metro. I here is singular subject, whereas come here is plural verb. Similarly, next example says you are going the wrong way. Is going will not write is going, you is going the wrong way. That sentence will be incorrect. We have to write there you are going the wrong way. So this use of I and you with singular and plural verbs are the exceptions to the rule that singular form of the verb will take singular subject, whereas plural subjects will take plural form. So this is exception. Now, use of the singular verb. How do we use the singular verb? Where do we use the singular verb? Let us see. A singular verb is used in the following instances. At certain times, singular verbs are used. So, let us see the first point. The first point says with singular nouns and the pronouns he, she, it, we use singular verb. So, pronouns such as he, she and it, these are the singular subjects. These are singular subjects. For this we will always use a singular verb. For example, my mother works in a bank. My is singular subject and my mother is a singular subject here, and works is a singular verb. He, she is going to the market. Again, he and she are the singular pronouns. So with that we will use is going. Now, the mobile phone is a useful gadget. Mobile phone, again, it is a singular noun, and that is why we are using is a useful gadget. It is a beautiful morning. So wherever there are singular nouns and pronouns, for example he, she or it, we will always use a singular verb with that. Now with abstract nouns also we will be using a singular verb. For example, honesty is the best policy. We will not write honesty are the best policy. We are going to write it like this, that honesty is the best policy. Always is will be used as a singular verb there. Truth gives a person courage. Truth give a person courage. That sentence is incorrect. We have to write there, truth gives a person courage. Now with uncountable nouns, for example, milk is good for health. We do not write milk are good for health. We always write it milk is good for health. Bread is made of flour. We do not write bread are made of. Okay. Now next with material nouns. For example, gold is a precious metal. We do not write gold are a precious metal. We always write is a precious metal. Cotton cloth is an organic product. So with wherever there are material nouns, we are talking about material nouns, we will use singular verb with that. With nouns which are plural in form but singular in meaning, there are certain nouns which are plural in form but they always mean singular. For example, mathematics is a difficult subject. Mathematics is written in plural form, but when we use it, it means singular only. So mathematics is a difficult subject. We do not write mathematics are a difficult subject. Similarly, the news is not good. This is correct sentence, but when we write the news are not good, it is not correct. Coming to the next points, with nobody, no one, anybody, anyone, everybody, everyone, with all these words, what we will use is a singular verb. For example, nobody or no one was there to listen me. We have to consider it as a singular one and we have to write it, we have to use singular verb with that. Similarly, everyone or everybody in the party was in a happy mood. Again, was in a happy mood. We do not write there were in a happy mood. Doesn't anyone want to play with me? Again, it is considered as a singular and we are using singular verb with it. Okay. Next, with determiners for uncountable nouns such as a little, much, some, etc. For example, there are few determiners that are uncountable nouns. We use a little, much and some. And with a little, much and some, we will always use a singular verb. For example, there was a little water in the pot. We do not write there were little water in a pot. We always write there was. There is too much salt in the dish. We again use is instead of there are too much salt in the dish. When we write it like this using the word are, that will be an incorrect sentence. Now, use of the plural verb. Where do we use the plural form of the verb? Let us see. First point says plural countable nouns and the pronouns we and they. Wherever plural countable nouns are there and the pronouns we and they are there, we will always use a plural verb with that. For example, we were playing squash. We here is what he is a plural countable noun and that is why were is used here. We were playing squash. They are from Spain. They is a plural now word, that is why they are from Spain. Not in we are writing they is from Spain. That will be incorrect. Now with the pronouns I and you, we always use the plural verb. We saw that in an exception only in the beginning. I like to swim. I do not write I likes to swim. We don't have to write like this. You are not my best friend. You is not my best friend. This is an incorrect use of words. Two or singular nouns joined by and. For example, the sentence says Peter and Ravi are friends. So whenever two singular nouns are joined by using the word and, then we will use a plural verb there. For example, Peter and Ravi are friends. We do not write Peter and Ravi is friend. Similarly, the next example says, tide and time wait for no man. Again, tide and time, two singular words are joined by using the word and, that is why we use wait for no man. Now, next point says if two or more nouns are joined by and are considered as a singular unit, they take a singular verb. So we have to be careful while using this. Whenever there are two or more nouns and they are joined by using the word and when they are considered as a single unit, only one unit. For example, Tom and Jerry is my favorite cartoon show. Tom and Jerry are two nouns. Okay, Tom, Jerry, two nouns, but they are considered as a single unit. We never say Tom is my favorite cartoon. We always say Tom and Jerry is my favorite cartoon. Similarly, more examples are there. Bread, butter and jam is a standard breakfast. So again here, bread, butter and jam, three are joined with each other by using the word and they are considered as a single unit. That is why whenever sentences are joined like this, we have to use singular verb with that. For example, Tom and Jerry is my favorite cartoon show. I did not write Tom and Jerry are my favorite cartoon show. This will be wrong. So we have to use singular verb. Now, collective nouns, when each unit is treated separately. When there are collective nouns, when they are showing the group of words or group of things or places or animals, that is collective noun there. So whenever collective nouns are used and each unit is treated separately, there we have to use singular verb. For example, the jury have come to an unanimous decision. Now, jury here is referred as a single unit here, though it is a collective noun, but still we have to use here singular verb. And similarly, when we say the police are investigating the matter, again the police is a collective noun, but here police is treated as a separate unit. That is why we use the plural verb there. For next point says some nouns which are always used as a plural, including those having two conjoined parts. So there are some nouns which are used as plural and they include two conjoined parts with each other. For example, his trousers are torn. Now, trousers, there are two parts of the trousers, okay, but they are joined with each other and we say trousers. We do not say this pair of trousers is torn. We do not say like this, but we say that his trousers are torn. Similarly, again an example is there, these scissors are sharp. Okay, so scissors also have two parts. We do not say the pair of scissors. We write there, these scissors are sharp. Again, cattle were grazing in the meadow. So some examples like this are there where two conjoined parts are there and you have to use plural verbs with that. Now, this was the end of the lesson here, everyone. So read your textbook carefully and then after try to do the exercises. You will, if any problem is there, you please contact me. Thank you, everyone.